So, episode 5 of Demons of the Shadow Realm takes a step back from pure action and leans into something more layered. Character tension, emotional conflict, and just enough mystery to keep everything unsettled. At the center of it all is Yuru, who continues to push forward in his search for answers. After capturing Jin, Yuru makes one thing very clear: he doesn't want a fight, he wants to see his sister Issa. What's interesting here is how controlled Yuru is. He even admits that he intentionally avoided seriously injuring Jin because he didn't sense real hostility. It's a small moment, but it says a lot about where his mindset is right now. He's not acting out of anger, he's searching for truth. That search leads him to Kagemori Manor, and this is where the episode starts layering in more intrigue. Before even reaching Asa, Yuru encounters a mysterious member of the Kagemori clan. On the surface, this character appears calm and polite, but the reaction from others tells a completely different story. There's tension, discomfort, something clearly isn't right. It's subtle, but it feels like the introduction of a much larger threat waiting to unfold later. And then comes the reunion. When Yuru finally meets Asa, the tone shifts completely. Instead of emotional heaviness, the scene leans into horror. Asa is over the top excited, almost fangirling over her own brother, while Yuru remains distanced and unimpressed. The dynamic is awkward, funny, and oddly endearing, but beneath that humor, there's unresolved tension because Yuru isn't here just to reunite, he's here for answer. He asks the question that has been hanging over everything: what happened to their parents? Asa's response only deepens the mystery. She explains that after escaping their village, their parents simply vanished during a trip. No explanation, no closure, just gone. And instead of bringing clarity, this revelation creates more doubt. Yuru can't accept it. He openly criticizes Asa for continuing to trust the Kagemori clan, the very group connected to their parents' disappearance. But Asa doesn't back down. She stands by her beliefs, creating a clear emotional divide between them. It's a quiet conflict, but an important one. This isn't just about missing parents anymore. It's about trust, loyalty, and opposing perspectives shaped by completely different experiences. Then, just as the episode settles into this emotional tension, everything explodes into chaos. A sudden demon attack on the manor shifts the tone back to action. Yuru, Asa, and others are forced into survival mode, navigating the chaos as they fend off the attackers. But even here, the episode introduces an important piece of world building. We learn that demons are deeply tied to their contactors. If they lose them, they risk becoming strays, being slowly fading away over time. That detail adds weight to the conflict and it directly influences Yuru's decision. Instead of blindly fighting, he chooses restraint. He avoids harming the contractor, showing that even in the middle of battle, he's thinking beyond the immediate fight. It's another reminder that Yuru isn't just a fighter, he's someone trying to understand the system he's trapped in. And that's really what this episode is about. It doesn't give clear answer. Instead, it expands the question: who can Yuru trust? What really happened to his parents? And what role does the Kagemori clan play in all of this? Even the new character introduced feels like piece of a much larger puzzle. If there's one downside, it's the pacing. Compared to the previous episode, things move a bit slower. The story progresses, but not as much as you might expect. Still, that slower pace allows the narrative and emotional layers to breathe, because by the end, it's clear that the real conflict isn't just external, it's internal, between siblings, between beliefs, between truth and what people choose to accept. Episode 5 doesn't resolve anything, it complicates everything, and that's exactly what makes it so compelling. Thank you for watching. Bye.